growth and the organization of blood vessels, of course, it's a very fundamental process. But it's very difficult to imagine any proliferative process, any growth, without blood vessels, because obviously without nutrients and oxygen, there would be no growth. So this is certainly one of the most important physiological processes. But it plays an important role in some disease, like in tumors and eye disease and many others. But probably the best known are the tumors and the eye disorders. In this case, the new blood vessels play a very critical, destructive role, or really of facilitating tumor growth. Well, there is a complex, mechanism. I don't know if they are smart enough, but they certainly, tumors are very smart. But this is a really fundamental mechanism, actually. Now it's understood that, oxygen, is the low, when there is a low oxygen, there is actually a number of genes that are upregulated. It's a very, there is a very well understood, mechanism. One of the key genes in this cascade is the vascular endothelial growth factor. Really very fundamental mechanism which is involved, in embryonic development, in physiology, and as I mentioned, also in these disorders. And so there is this release of this growth factor which actually attract the blood vessels and make them grow, and so enable the tumor to expand. Well, I think there are some critical, some Achilles heels in some tumors. Now it's been understood, but there are a few tumors that can be cured, by some target, therapies. But they're still relatively rare. More often than not, tumors found a clever way to escape. Even a new therapy, which is immunotherapy, which these days is very exciting. People thought they could cure cancer. Once in a while, some tumors can be cured. But now it's obvious that the tumors can escape immunotherapy, can develop resistant to immunotherapy, as well as to any other therapy that we are aware of.